complex web of mutually suspicious and secretive organisations. The few SAS men in the province, occupying key intelligence positions at the military HQ in Lisbon and elsewhere, were often exposed to internecine rivalries when trying to coordinate operations against the terrorists. Even more frustrating was the pecking order. While SAS officers attempted to be the cement between mutually mistrustful allies, soldiers from other areas acted as military intelligence officers, MIOs, or field intelligence NCOs, FINCOs, in liaison with the RUC. Such men and women came from the Intelligence Corps, Royal Military Police, and many other sources. The link with each RUC police division was a special military intelligence unit containing MIOs, FINCOs, and MILOs, military intelligence liaison officers. An MIO working as part of such a unit could find himself torn by conflicting responsibilities to the RUC, Army Intelligence, and MI6. This is what had happened to Phillips. Though formerly a British Army FINCO, answerable to military intelligence, he had been intimidated by members of the security service into routing his information to his own superiors via MI5. In doing so, he had innocently sealed his own fate, as well as the fate of his 10 unfortunate informants. No wonder Cranfield was livid. Still, Dubois felt a little foolish. As an officer of the British Army serving with 14 Intelligence Company, he was Cranfield's superior by both rank and position. Yet Lieutenant Cranfield, one of a small number of SAS officers attached to the unit, ignored these fine distinctions and more or less did what he wanted. A flamboyant character, even by SAS standards, he had been in Northern Ireland only 2 months. Yet already had garnered himself a reputation as a big-timer, someone working out on the edge and possessed of extreme braggadocio, albeit with brilliant flair and matchless courage. While admiring him for the latter qualities, Dubois was nervous about Cranfield's cocksure attitude, which he felt would land him in trouble sooner or later. "We'll be in and out in no time," Cranfield told him, clipping a holstered 9mm Browning high-power handgun to his belt, positioned halfway around his waist, well hidden by the jacket. "So stop worrying about it. Are you ready?" "Yes," Dubois said, checking that his own high power was in the cross-draw position. "Right," Cranfield said. "Let's go." As they left the barracks, Dubois again felt a faint flush of humiliation, realising just how much he liked and admired Cranfield, and had let himself be won over by his flamboyance. Though a former Oxford Boxing Blue and Catholic Guards officer, Dubois was helplessly awed by the fact that his second-in-command, Lieutenant Randolph "Randy" Cranfield, formerly of the King's Own Scottish Borderers and the Parachute Regiment, had gone to Ampleforth, where the founder of the SAS, David Stirling, had also been educated, and was widely admired for his daring, some would say reckless, exploits. Dubois had his own brand of courage, which he had often displayed in the mean streets of Belfast or the bandit country of Armagh. But he was basically conservative in outlook and helplessly admiring of those less inhibited. He had therefore gradually become Cranfield's shadow, rather than his leader, and recognition of this fact made him uncomfortable. They entered what looked like a normal army compound, surrounded by high walls of corrugated iron, with watchtowers and electronically controlled gates guarded on both sides with reinforced sangers. These stone walls were high because the IRA's flavour of the month was the Russian-made RPG-7 short-range anti-tank weapon, which could hurl a rocket-propelled grenade in an arc with an effective range of 500 metres. With walls so high, however, the IRA would have come dangerously close to the base before they could gain the required elevation for such an attack. The walls kept them at bay. "Another bleak day in Armagh," Cranfield said. "God, what I'd give for some sunshine and the taste of sangria." "In January in Northern Ireland?" Dubois replied. "I can't even imagine that. But I know that I prefer the heat of Oman to this bloody place."